our third eye. So let me just put my airplane mode on.
I went for one slightly different for your heart because I thought it was a bit more masculine.
Oh, that's good.
It's really nice.
Okay, so if everybody wants to
Thank you.
close down their eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Slow breath out through your mouth. Deep breath in through your nose. Slow breath out through your mouth. Deep inhale. Slow exhale. Deep inhale. Send your breath all the way down to your sit bones. Slow exhale. Send it all the way up and out. Deep inhale. Send it down. Expand your chest, your tummy. Slow exhale, send it up and out. Do a few more at your own pace. Allow your breath to shift energy that's stuck within your body. And just visualize that you have a vortex around you. So it's kind of like a hurricane, and it goes down into a funnel shape, down into the earth. And this vortex is spinning in an anti-clockwise direction. Just visualize on your out-breath that you're sending all your energy down that no longer serves your highest best. Send it down, release it, let it go. And if it helps to do more of a passive out-breath to send it out, just go with that. So you could sigh it out, you could just let it go. Just visualize your higher self standing in front of you now. With a beautiful jug, a crystal jug. And they start pouring divine, pure energy over your head. And this healing, divine energy goes over your forehead, in and around your eyes, over your cheeks. Just notice if you're clenching your jaw, and if you are, just release your jaw. The healing light goes over your throat, your chest, in and around your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Goes over your tummy, in and around your tummy, releasing all the stresses of life. This healing energy goes down your back, into your spine, into the base of your back. Goes into your glutes, your thighs, your calves, your shins, your feet, ankles, toes, and soles of your feet. Feel the soles of your feet activate. All the little chakras in your feet. And then breathe energy up from Mother Earth all the way up through your feet, all through the chakras in your feet, and send it all the way up and out the crown of your head. Can you feel the shift in energy? Can you feel your third eye opening? and all the way down through your body into there. Visualize your higher self becoming one with you now. You're becoming your higher self. Just visualize that you're bringing your auric field close to your body so it fits you like a glove. We're going to put a container around us, a sacred, crystalline rose quartz container. So visualize that there's a rose quartz crystal at all 4 points in the room: north, east, west and south. And then activate it with your energy. Feel that energy. This crystalline energy, this sacred field is surrounding us now. And as we come into coherence with each other, settling our energy together, just visualize your heart shining towards everybody else's hearts. Sending everybody in the room love, peace, and healing. And then call in your guides, your angels, your ancestors, whoever you want to call in for your last day of level 1. Call them all in and ask them to be with you, to assist you. There's lots of blue lights flashing around the room at the moment. Ask them for healing, for guidance, to open your third eye, your crown, your intuition. Is there a message that you need to know for your highest good of all? Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Take another deep breath in. Sigh it out. Take one last deep breath in. Sigh it out. And when you're ready, slowly blink your eyes. Feel a bit like, ooh. Can you feel the energies in the room, everyone? Yeah, it's quite like, again.
Ears are ringing like crazy.
Right. It's because you've lifted your vibration. That happens when you go into the upper levels. That it's like, do you know when you're going up a hill and your ears start popping? It's kind of like that.
If you're still finding that it's with you, you can just close down your eyes and just ask for the sensation to leave you. You can have, if it's interfering, you can do that if you need to.
So, how is everybody feeling with this music? Could you feel, and is it a bit too much, or shall I change it? Because I can feel it quite a lot with the collective energy as well. So how is everyone feeling? Alright? Okay. You had energy come up now. Yeah, no, I'm alright. I had Metatron on before, that's what just sent me, but this is okay. You had some stuck energy, didn't you? You had to get out.
Yeah, when you said the message about Guy, when you said actually guys, if you've got a message in my throat, just like, I knew I had to cough it. So I was like,
You're recognising it. So, we're going to just
check in with our pendulums. I know we've touched on this slightly in one of the sessions, but we just thought we would revisit this because, again, this is something that you can use quite regularly. It's something outside of you that sort of helps clarify messages, helps you sort of visually see that connection, because sometimes when we're on our sort of learning journey, again, the thinking mind starts to come and take place, and sometimes it's hard to differentiate, is this spiritually guided, is this my mind, is this my higher self? So I thought if we bring that into our last group, it just gives you the opportunity to be able to use this regularly at home. So we're going to just start, again, just to sort of check in with the pendulum. So if you sort of all want to hold your pendulum in front of you and just sort of steady it with your fingers, and just take a minute just to check.
I feel like someone's trying to tell me something.
So just take a minute just to check in with the pendulum, okay? And first of all, we're just going to ask your pendulum to show you yes, just to sort of start connecting you with the movement of your pendulum. Don't worry if it's not a huge movement, just a subtle movement will do. It could be going backwards, forwards, sideways, clockwise, anti-clockwise. It could be just shaking almost. Sometimes the tip just shakes, but any sort of subtle movement is okay.
Is that your yes?
Yeah.
So now, does everyone feel like they've got some
Just
movement?
ask it, what are you trying to tell me? We'll go into that in a minute so we can ask questions.
So we're now just going to touch the tip again just to stop the pendulum.
The babies.
And we're going to ask your pendulum to please show you no. So you should now get a different movement from the one that you got before.
Can you feel the energy? Yeah. That's how high vibrational energy feels to me. It feels like you're going, like it takes your breath away almost, isn't it?
I feel like someone's shouting at me.
Okay. Just say what are you trying to tell me?
Whoa.
Okay. Just say, is it to do with my chakras?
No.
It's slowing down. I feel like it is. There's a lot of activity here around your sacrum, and I think you need grounding more as well. So maybe ask that question. So you could also ask, what is my maybe as well? Because sometimes if you're asking a lot of questions, a yes and a no doesn't cut it. So if you say,
It's changed.
yeah,
Then you want to just ask your pendulum if it's timely and appropriate to ask your question. So you should always ask this first.
also, I just wanted to add that I have lots of different pendulums for different groups of guides. So this one is my Divine Goddess pendulum. I've got one for my angels and one for just practical day-to-day stuff. Mine's going already, so I've not even asked a question. But because my guides are here go, you need to say this, you need to say this. So I'm saying this and they're going, yes, 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 this is them. Is that your maybe?
No, that's my
Right, that's your yes.
Something's going on.
Okay, just stop 1 minute and then just stop it. Yeah,
If you just ask it to
and
stop,
just breathe,
it'll stop.
breathe. Just allow the energy to just settle a minute. Is it still going?
So a good
Okay.
question to ask now is, you can ask one of three things. So you can ask,
Is somebody? Do you feel like there's a spirit there?
This, yeah.
so what you can
Okay.
ask now.
I've never ever felt this before.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry. Don't panic.
So we're going to ask
It's okay.
whether you can sort of, you'll be able to check in now and see if it's your higher self. So the first thing I want you to ask, it's okay.
No, it's obvious because when you feel a soul, this is what happens. Is it because you're a bit frightened?
No, I'm just, it's only really alone.
It's all right. it's like your guides, because we ask them to heal us where we need to be healed today, to come forward as healers. So they've come through, I'm getting my tingles now, they've come through and they're healing you, your sacral, they're releasing. So you're releasing all your stored, I can feel them here. You're releasing all your stored energy. So just go with it, just let it release. Just keep going until that's settled, because once it's healed, that will stop. And this is what the practicals that we're going to do in a minute with everybody. We're going to kind of hover the pendulum over your partner and ask to show the energy within.
No one's going to want to go with me, have they?
Listen, see, it's coming down now. Yeah. So now just go. Say, has my sacral been healed? Yeah, there you go. So it's your sacral. Okay, so you guys are there.
So we're just going to place this. You can keep in your hand. You can place it sort of between your legs, where it feels comfortable, just for the rest of the grip. Okay. So if you find that sometimes it's quite overwhelming, especially when it's moving, and sometimes it feels like it's out of your control, you can ask sort of 3 different questions, which I was going to do with the group anyway. So
Sorry.
we know
No, but it's a good example.
we can ask.
I'm just slowing down, yeah.
We can ask first of all, who's working with me today? Is it my? And then there's 3 things you can ask. So we want to ask if it's higher self, angels, spirit guide. Okay? So we can ask all 3 questions. You can either ask them out loud or to yourself. You might get a yes for all 3, but sometimes it just helps, and this again will help to strengthen your
So what would it feel like? Yeah, that's your spirit guide there. That's how I can just get them out. That's someone that you want to the highest self angels or spirit guide. Yeah. Thank you. Crying right out because we've done some deep healing, and that's what's just happened there for you. But before, because we've called all of our guides and we've done crystalline sacred container, I called in my goddesses, my angels, the room is real high vibrational.
And you've chosen your heart centre, you chose the one that resonates with your heart centre as well, and I think
So
that
it's
you sort of,
connected to
you
you.
connected straight away, you chose that one as well. So and sometimes
Yeah.
if you've been looking for the connection and it's not quite been happening, we're on our last week, so it's probably just almost that
Yeah.
validation that you have done the work and it's
Yeah.
come through now. So if everybody managed to ask the question, does everybody feel like they've got an answer? You can continue to do it. Just continue to ask, see how
I knew straight away the
that feels.
energy there. So I would just do some extra grounding. And just ask them to heal that
Just remembering we're not using the mind to connect, we're using, our intuition, our higher self and our guides. So
When you're asking like who it is who's guiding, like myself, so you have to.
no.
How do you
create sacred.
how do you use a pendulum to do that?
So
When
you've
it's
asked
3
it.
options.
You ask separate questions.
Oh,
So
right,
you
it's
ask
like,
first,
is
yeah.
my
Am I working
yeah.
with my higher self? Am I working with guides? Am I working with angels? You might be working with all 3.
Right.
But as obviously we've developed over the last few weeks, and we've talked about connecting with sort of different energies around us, and I just feel like sometimes for you to continue to get that validation and work towards having more of a one-to-one relationship with higher self, with guides, with angels, it just gives you more of an insight into the energy that you're working with. Mine differs from time. I can usually tell who I'm working with or how I'm working at one said time, or they'll all come in at once, but just for the sake of being able to sort of use the pendulum to work with you, give you that validation as well, and just see, because then you can sort of, if it's your guide, and every time you do it, it's always a guide, it can help you develop that relationship with that guide then, and you can start exploring that. A little bit like what we said last time, you'll be given it as you're ready for it, but it's just another step to try and sort of bring that relationship forward and help it work for your greatest good as well. Does everybody feel like they've got an answer? Yeah? Did you get all three? Does anyone want to share what they got? Or
I got spirit guide.
Spirit guide.
Rules that didn't move and
Right,
spirit
fantastic.
guide said yes.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
So you know that the spirit guide is working with you. So when we're born, when we come outside, we all have at least one guide that's with us all the way through our journey. And then you might pick some up along the way that you need, but it sort of just helps cultivate that relationship outside of you. So now you know that your guide is working with you. It might be that you're not ready to know exactly what they're here for. You can ask that question, you can allow that to come to you intuitively. But the pendulum is a great way to cultivate and develop that relationship, because you're seeing that energy, you're seeing that movement, and once you've got that clarity, you can then start to move forward and start asking more questions. So we were going to put you in pairs if you're not already sort of sat in a two. Have we got an
How many
extra
we
one?
got? 2, 4, 6. No, we've got
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Perfect. No,
Um,
nice.
So should we
Yeah.
go on to the chakra with the pendulum and just
Yeah.
so
So if you lie down, and then I'll show you what you need to do on Sarah, if you don't mind me
Not at all.
using her as a little gutter her. And you can call in different guides for specific types of healing. So I'm connected to archangels, I'm connected to goddesses, but I feel like Sarah, being a goddess herself, could do with some goddess.
why
And you can
not?
have a go at my ting shells as well. Anybody likes or feels like you need to clear the space. These are really high vibrational as well. I meant to do them in the beginning, so if anybody wants to have a go at them. Right, so we always start at the base chakra.
Are we doing that? Are we going to do this?
Oh, I thought you said pendulums.
Yeah, but we're gonna
Should we do them then?
we'll get everyone. You can intuitively pick a crystal
Yes.
and see
Okay.
if that happens.
Okay. So
But yeah.
close down your eyes, draw your attention into your heart space. You take some deep breaths into your heart space, you're dropping it out of your mind and into your heart. And then once you've done that, you can intuitively pick a crystal
For your partner.
for your partner, but I'm too much in my head, so I'm just like looking at the colours going, oh, chakras. So I'm not going to do the crystals, but then place it on a chakra where you feel like your partner needs to be healed. And then intuitively try and figure out, with your intuition, not with your brain, what could be going on in that area. Because we've learned about chakras, I don't know if you've kind of remembered what goes on in that area, but if not, we're just using our intuition. So really connect with your partner, connect with their energy. We're going to cut cords at the end anyway, and then place them over the chakras.
You might choose the right chakra you want. You might want to place it somewhere. It might resonate with that
Yeah.
chakra. Because once we've done that, we're then going to use our pendulum. So our pendulum's going to show us what the chakra's telling us, whether the chakra needs balancing, whether it's
Yeah.
open. So we're going to use the pendulum to show us and guide us. So
So before placing it, if you feel like your intuition isn't taking you to a certain place, you could hover your hand over and do a body scan and just stop where, so my hand is being drawn here, so your crown chakra is wide open. So just like kind of, and you'll feel like where it's dense, stuck energy, and that's where they need to be healed, or they need to release some stuck energy. Because we hold within our chakras and our energy centres karma, past life, trauma from this life. So there's a lot of work to do. So then, what we're going to do is start at the base. Connect it with your guides.
So you're going to see the way the chakra moves in each area. So it'll either go clockwise or it'll go anti-clockwise.
So I'm going to say, call it mine. Show me the energy in Sarah's base chakra. Okay, so to me, Sarah's base chakra is okay.
Here we go, guinea pig here. Let's open all around.
Show me the energy
No pressure.
in Sarah's sacral chakra. So it's closed. Realign. So you won't be able to do this bit because you're not connected, unless you can do Reiki, perhaps. Realign the energy within Sarah's sacral. So this is what was happening with you, and then it will just stop. God, I can feel your energy. It's like I feel like I'm on a. Show me the energy in Sarah's solar plexus. Closed. Realign Sarah's solar plexus chakra.
So just for everybody that knows, I close down my chakras before I do group work. I use the essential oil before we came into ground, so that opened up my root. Does that make sense? So the root is
That's why
open,
they're all closed.
but the rest will be closed. You should be
Show me the energy in Sarah's heart. So you can see that it's going wide, so it's wide open, so it needs to come closed a little bit. So realign the energy in Sarah's heart.
Probably won't.
Huh?
It probably won't. It won't be of itself. Oh, it's
Okay.
done. Oh.
So we have got which in level 3 will touch on the inner child, which is in your higher heart. Show me the energy in Sarah's higher heart. It's wide. Realign the energy in Sarah's higher heart. Show me the energy in Sarah's throat. It's wide. Show me the energy in Sarah's third eye chakra. I think it's going to go crazy now. That's, what does everybody think? So that is wide open. So realign the energy in Sarah's third eye. So if it's balanced, it should just be spinning like this. Show me the energy in Sarah's crown.
Also, if you're functioning from a certain chakra in the 7 years, I think we talked about the beginning of each 7-year period, you'll always find that the energy is circulating much faster in that area. So sometimes it helps to sort of tune in with that particular chakra so you can work with the energy that's being brought to you. Crystals, again, when we pick crystals up, when we connect with anything that resonates with the chakra, we're automatically bringing energy into that area as well. So similar to when you chose the heart chakra, you've got this flow of energy that's coming through the heart centre. So being exposed to different entities, different commodities around us will always sort of bring
Yeah,
that
it's
energy
never
forward.
always going to be balanced, all of your chakras. So if you could do it on a daily basis, if you remember, just kind of quickly, because you can do it on yourself, but unless you're kind of connected to Reiki or like the archangels or goddesses, you've been initiated to that energy, I wouldn't heal anybody else.
Yes, when we do pendulum work, so for instance, Kelly was looking at if our chakras are open. There's a difference between looking at if they're open and if they're balanced.
And then healing them, yeah.
So we can do please show me yes, and we can scan each chakra, so we can sort of say, is my crown chakra balanced? is my third eye balanced? Is my throat balanced? Is my heart center balanced? Is my solar plexus balanced? Is my sacrum? We can go so on and so forth. When you open in chakras, there'll always be a movement, whether that's clockwise or anti-clockwise, dependent on how your chakra spins. So usually, if this chakra's going clockwise, the next one will go anti-clockwise, and so on. They sort of go in sync. If you see them as wheels that turn sort of alternatively, that's sort of how you should see them.
So should we get to this? 25 past already.
If